last of the great romantics, Mark. Okay, I'm here with David Phelan. Lovely to have you in with us.
Great to be here as always.
I believe that you're here 9 years now, you're telling me earlier on.
Thereabouts, my goodness me.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Now, you spent a lot of time in SuperValu. They've got an Autumn World of Wine event taking place till the 16th of October, I believe.
That's right, and they had 143 wines on promotion, so needless to say, I tried to work my way through.
How many did you taste, do you think?
You know, I'd say somewhere between 50 and 70 of the wines.
That was a good evening, I'd say.
It was actually a good afternoon. It kicked off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and as I say, what I did is I homed in wines that I felt really had personality, and sometimes a little bit unusual ones as well. So the first one I homed in on was the Garcia Grande Verdeco from the Dio of Rueda. And Rueda is a lovely area just below Rioja in Spain. So, and it's in some ways, when we're talking about Spanish white wines, the two white grapes that we tend to get most excited about at the moment is the Verdeco grape and the Albarino grape. And the Verdeco grape gives you kind of a lovely citrus-style flavours. So if you like Sauvignon Blanc, it's in that kind of palate range. So if you like, try it there and see what you think.
I do like Sauvignon Blanc. I'm just going to take a little sip. I don't want to be hiccuping on my way through the show.
So lovely, crisp, clean, refreshing flavours. Absolutely perfect, perfectly correct.
What time is it? 7:30 in the morning?
7:30, and zingy and zesty, and $7.99. I absolutely guarantee you, if you enjoy white wine that is of the drier style, you'll absolutely adore this wine.
It's a great price.
$7.99. Absolutely super. And now we're jetting over to Chile.
Okay.
Over into the New World.
New World.
And as I say, this one is called the Aresti Merlot 2010. So we're all quite familiar with the Merlot grape, and it's a kind of juicy, plummy character to it. And this one's got kind of a lovely twist. It's almost like a marriage between the old world and the new world. So the Aresti is originally an Italian family. And I say, there's a real family philosophy. I say, I've had the good fortune to actually visit them on site in Chile. And I say, this one kind of exudes that kind of old world, new world personality. So lovely, bright fruit. And I say, with this, it'll work terribly well with a carbonara, any kind of pasta dish, any kind of creamy pasta dish. It'll be absolutely delightful. So if you want to try that one on,
how much is that now?
This one is $8.99. Now, it's not actually in the sale per se, but it's actually coming down the tracks. And when I tried it, I thought, this is one to benchmark. But at $8.99, I think it certainly delivers very, very well.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a fan of Merlot, actually, but that's very drinkable.
Yeah, and Merlot, after the movie Sideways, poor old Merlot took a terrible bashing, but it's a wonderful grape, so please be kind to Merlot.
Would it be one of your personal favourites?
It would definitely be one of my personal favourites, unreservedly. And now we're jetting back into the Southern Rhone. And when we're in the Southern Rhone, we're always thinking of the Grenache grape, the Syrah grape, and the Mourvedre grape. Big, powerful grapes that give lots of power, lots of flavour, and invariably lots of alcohol. So even on this bottle, you'll see it's 14.5 degrees. So when we're in the Southern Rhone, we're always going to expect quite a degree of alcohol. But that's not necessarily... It's a lot, but it's not a huge problem because the grapes are well able to manage the heat down there. So the wines invariably are in quite good balance.
And is this the one that's very similar to Chateauneuf-du-Pape?
Absolutely.
Without the price tag?
Exactly. So this has got a funny name on it, and it's the type of name on it that you'd actually run 1,000 miles from, and it's Vacarus. And Vacarus is a village across the road from Chateauneuf-du-Pape. So when you're visiting the Southern Rhone, you'll see a sign for the village of Vacarus, and you see a sign for the village of Chateauneuf-du-Pape, and the one for Gigondas. So with this, you're getting a big, powerful, rich red wine based on the Grenache grape. So the grapes in this grape are exactly the grapes that will be in Chateauneuf-du-Pape.
And how much is that bottle?
This one is coming in on promotion at $10.99. So if
there's
you want,
a real difference price-wise.
There's a huge difference. So if you want a big, rich, gutsy red for the winter, and I'm thinking even as far ahead, dare I say it, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to mention Christmas quite yet, but even in terms of Christmas and turkey, this style of wine would work terribly well.
Lovely present as well.
Wonderful present. It looks good, tastes great, and at the price, it's wonderful.
Actually, I often wondered, David, if you want a glass of red wine at the end of an evening and you open a bottle, how can you bring it to room temperature in the winter rather than leaving it out for hours?
Invariably, you can actually cheat, and it's what I did here this morning when I arrived. Is I actually opened the cooker and I actually turned on the convector oven there, and the heat was booming out on it for about 10 or 15 minutes. You don't want to cook it because it makes the alcohol rise and become a little bit apparent, but the background heat of the cooker is perfect. And now this is my star tip of the tasting. I think this one is spectacular.
There's a hint. You'll be tweeting this wine later, will you?
I might be. I might very well be. And this one is the Nugan Estate McLaren Vale Shiraz 2008. It's already won a decanter trophy for being exceptional of its style, but with it you're going to get an immense aromas of
beautiful blackberries and chocolate. I smell.
Exactly.
You told me earlier.
Classic Shiraz notes and whatever. It's big, it's powerful, it's dense, it's multi-layered, it's got huge flavour. And interesting, when I was talking to Darren Harris, he was kind of weighing when I was saying it was coming up on promotion, because in Australia it sells for $24. Here on promotion it's $11.99. So it's unbelievably
brilliant
cheap.
value.
3,000 cases made.
And that you can all get all those wines SuperValu up until the 16th of October, Autumn World of Wine event. A big slóinte.
A big slóinte
to Alan and Carl. For fear
very best of luck to you guys.
Yes, exactly, for fear of giving away the answer. Thank you very much, David. Pleasure to have you in. I better put the wine glass down now.